Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlos here to more Fan Fridays, where bias is 90% of the game. That's right, Denny. He is going to be bringing the Kitty with Keys combo. Even said that he was a bit inspired by my international challenge run, so I'm actually really excited to see this. I think there was another Kitty with Keys Fan Fridays a really long time ago, but it's always fun to see like what people's take on my strategy is and how people grow on it. Also, different mindsets. I might think to do something differently than they do, and we'll see where the different optimization comes in. But this team, it's already over, man. Like, Crafty, ooh. Klefki's got a crafty shield, which could stop from the taunt from Talonflame, and Sableye has the fake out, so Meowstic doesn't get to do much this turn, but the crafty shield, interesting tech, and it will work out in this situation, but that team is not something you want to go up against, because Talonflame can also have Quick Guard, and Sableye can also be Mega. But we do get the Thunder Wave off on the Talonflame anyway, and is Talonflame going to go for the taunt once again, trying to wait for that weak spot? Sableye will swagger, Crafty Shield's going to protect right there, and Talonflame is paralyzed, so I like that. It stops the shenanigans when you have the Crafty Shield. Like, if they were trying to go for their own status or hacks or anything, you just say no to all of that, and it works out just fine. So that's going to be Swagger not hitting the Talonflame. Talonflame's switching out, still has paralysis on it, which is really nice, and the Yveltal comes onto the field. Could get interesting, because the Dark Aura is going to boost even Klefki's foul play if it's carrying that, but the Crafty Shield is effectively shutting down Sableye forever. And Meowstic has Attract, but it's not going to work on a legendary Pokemon. They are incapable of feeling love, which is sad, but it is the reason why they're so powerful. You know, love holds you back. Life lessons, kids. And that's going to be the Crafty Shield spam, and it's a one-man show on the Meowstic. Now, imagine if the opponent doesn't have a status, then Klefki does its own thing. But right now, it's like they're just canceling each other out. The Sableye doesn't get to do anything, and then the Klefki just kind of makes it to where Meowstic gets shut down the other Pokemon. So we're going to keep seeing Crafty Shield forever. As what's Meowstic going to get this time? Thunder Wave onto the Yveltal. That's going to be pretty nice. All the flying type Pokemon are now paralyzed. We can see some swagger come to play, and the foul play isn't going to do much to Meowstic. Super effective hit. Meowstic doesn't have any attack, and a Life Orb showing that the damage was boosted. But the Citrus Berry is going to heal a lot of that health back from Meowstic, putting it above 50% health. And here's where the Swag Storm comes in. We also didn't see the Crafty Shield, so that means we're making our play right now. Kind of going for that risk, I imagine. So Klefki is going to go for the Swagger, and now you just... Talonflame has very, very low odds, so if Denny is unlucky, then Talonflame's going to get off the taunt. If Denny is not really necessarily lucky, if he's just on par with the odds, it's Talonflame will attack. But Talonflame didn't go for the taunt, decided to try to get the setup, and here's where the mind games come in. You know, you play the same way, and then you switch it up, and the opponent isn't ready for it. Yveltal hits itself in confusion. Talonflame doesn't get to taunt, going to withdraw because he does not like the Swagger anymore. And even then, like, the Tailwind doesn't really matter at all because you're going up against Pranksters and you're getting paralyzed, and Meowstic is going to Attract, but Sableye not going to be affected by that as we go and watch the foul play hit Yveltal. Boosted damage, not very effective. I feel like I'm saying Yveltal really weird today, or sometimes, I don't know. Going to hit itself in confusion. Very tanky looking shenanigans right here, and Meowstic has the Quick Guard. So sometimes you got the Crafty Shield, other times you got the Quick Guard. That's going to be the foul play right there. The Quick Guard is really nice, and ooh, so close. Is it going to be the self KO? Confusion. See, now here's what happens when you try to attract a legendary Pokemon. Secretly, they get very confused as why no one loves them, why they aren't capable of love. But then they just knock themselves out because they're so confused by it. And now Rayquaza is going to be on the field. That's going to be the Mega, or not. Okay, so no Mega Rayquaza. Crafty Shield going to be up just to make sure Sableye doesn't do anything fancy. And then Meowstic's going to Thunder Wave. And now everyone's getting massive amounts of status. And they aren't getting able to do much in this game. So that's going to be just straight up Dragon's Ascent right there. I don't know why he didn't Mega, but it's still enough damage to knock out the Meowstic. He has a Dragon's Ascent. He has all the recipe for going Mega. I guess he still might be saving it for the Sableye? I don't know. So that is going to be Mewtwo now, and we are going to see Mewtwo with the pressure. This is actually really nice. This is where the Crafty Shield can really come in handy because Mega Mewtwo, you don't want that Pokemon status at all, so throwing out the Crafty Shield will let you do what you need to do. And here's where we start to see, there's the Mega Evolution right there. But Rayquaza already lost stats on that first Dragon's Ascent. And here's why Rayquaza in doubles has that risk to it, because it's paralyzed. Any status is bad anyways, so we can just see an Ice Punch from the Mewtwo be absolutely devastating, and because of the Crafty Shield, Rayquaza's support does absolutely nothing. I don't think I have ever seen Crafty Shield spammed so much and yet find so much success, and that's not a one punch, but Rayquaza gets paralyzed anyways, which means the Dragons, oh, and he forfeits. Huh. Looks like the odds were really good on that game, so yeah, it is pretty RNG based. It wasn't like a terribly hacks-filled battle. I mean, the Yveltal not being able to do anything and the Rayquaza, you know, getting paralyzed at that turn seemed like it really made the opponent lose his mind, but overall we still had a Palkia. Klefki was still providing a lot of support. We had Pokemon that were still not being too effective. I mean, Sableye was effectively shut down. Talonflame didn't like the battle at all because he had paralysis and was getting swaggered and stuff. So it wasn't too shenanigans, but the opponent just didn't want to deal with it, and the team shutdown was too strong. We didn't even get to see the Palkia, but it was still a good battle overall, I feel. So that's the Kitty with Keys Crafty Shield version. I like it. Actually, I could run Crafty Shield instead of Protect on mine, technically. I had the Protect because I was expecting to see more things that Klefki does. Like, I was thinking, if I Protect, like, a Fire-type move, like a single-target Fire Punch or Flamethrower, and Meowstic goes for a Swagger or gets free status, that'd be pretty cool, but I never really used the Protect on Meowstic as much as I thought or the Protect on Klefki as much as I thought I would, so I was wasting a slot right there, and the Crafty Shield actually does very spammy work against really shenanigan stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope to see you guys in the next Fan Fridays in a bit.